One. Hello and welcome back. I'm your host, Luke, and this is my co-host,
William.
This is the season finale for Cryptids and Critters.
Yep.
We are, so as you can see, if you watched the episode before this, I know it'll drop like right before this too.
Yeah.
This one is a tier list.
Yep.
Now this tier list is a little special because it is our own opinions. Well, more so William's opinions. Because this whole thing was just to introduce my friends to the world of cryptids. With me being the guide. He knows a little bit about them. Yep. I know a lot. So, you might ask, what's in front of us? Well, a random assortment of cryptids that I did jot down. So, I did all of the ones that we covered already. I may have missed one. I don't know. And then there's a few that I wanted to get to but didn't have the time to. And then there's a few that we didn't get to. We didn't plan to go over at all.
Yeah.
Now, there are some things I should say. When it says other, meaning there is already a cryptid with its name on one of these that is extremely similar to all the other ones. All the other ones kind of conglomerate into their own separate little paper.
Yeah.
This means that they can be rated, say for example Bigfoot. Say the Yeti is like A tier, but the skunk ape is like because it's like Florida Bigfoot is like a D tier. You have to average it out.
Yeah.
So it'd be like a C tier.
Yeah.
Or a B tier. So anyway, without further ado, I should say the ranking. S tier, highest it possibly could be. It is, again, our own opinion. So it could be one of the goofiest cryptids ever and be an S tier. A tier, again, great. It's a great cryptid all around. There are a few that I will say that are together, but they're not considered similar. I just did them because they are similar. And there's one that they came from the same origin, so don't worry. We will say, again, they can be ranked differently, but they'll be put in a median between. B, good cryptid. Not the best, definitely not the worst, but not good enough to be pushed up to the great or just magnificent. C tier, middle of the road. How much more can I explain? It's middle of the road. Not bad, not good. D tier, meh at best. At worst, it's bad, but it does still have some redeeming qualities, and it isn't truly horrible. F tier is just horrible. F tier shouldn't exist. It shouldn't have been thought up, but it's still a cryptid by consideration. NA, if you can move your head a little bit so they can see. So NA is non-applicable, meaning it's not really a cryptid. There is, I think, 2 of these that could fall under it. And it just depends on if we choose to put them under it. All right, so getting into the tier list now, I'm gonna draw, and I'm gonna pick this middle one right here. This is all by random chance. The Beast of Chevy Dawn, the one we just talked about. Yep. Again, 1700s, killed a bunch of people.
Yeah. We
don't really know what it was. It was like a wolf, but not. I'm pretty sure some cryptozoologists have given it its own scientific name.
Yeah.
It actually isn't that bad. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
But your opinion, from what you've learned, what do you think?
Beast of Chevy Dawn, I'm gonna give this a C tier.
C tier, middle of the road?
Yep. I mean, it's a good cryptid, but at the same time, the stories of it just make it. Well, the stories of it and stuff are pretty good. It's just the idea of it, I guess.
A little lackluster.
Yeah.
Getting scared away by a bunch of kids. Okay.
Yep.
We're on the one that we've been waiting for. I know it's the second poll, but the Loveland Frogman.
Loveland Frogman.
Now, this is a cryptid that I more recently learned about. Didn't go much into it. Pretty sure there was a few sightings, but it's from Ohio.
Of course.
Legitimately, it is from Ohio, so it's just up the river. It's just across the river, and it is legitimately like a 3-foot tall bipedal frog.
Yep.
It is I'm just going to hand it to you.
We all know where this should be going.
Again, this is our own opinions, but it deserves it. It deserves it.
Yeah. I mean, there's nothing I to say about it. It's a frogman.
It's frogman. It's either a giant frog that's the size of a 3 foot tall man, 3 or 4 foot. It's either 3 foot or 4 foot. I think it's 3. 3 foot tall man, and it's just like a big bullfrog that walks on hind legs.
Yep.
There's nothing special about it.
It could be like a werewolf sitting there.
A werefrog. Or, as William said, a frog that is a man.
Yep. A frog with...
or a suit. Who knows?
Yep.
Who knows? It could be a battletoad.
Battletoad.
All right, next poll. Again, we don't have to explain frogman. It's frogman.
Yeah.
Next poll. Oh, this is a new one that we didn't get to cover that I actually kind of did want to cover. The Black Demon. Now, you might be asking what this is. Is this like the Jersey Devil? Not at all. This is one of the only few completely aquatic cryptids that I know of. This is a shark. An all black shark, I think great white size or even megalodon size. I'm pretty sure it's one of the more responsible and well-known megalodon sightings. It's cool. I'll give it that. An all black shark, I think with red eyes, sounds really cool. But again, there's no shark that we know of that fits that description, and I think it was megalodon sized, or it could be shorter. I think 60 feet. Again, I didn't do much research on this one, but I know of its existence.
Yeah.
Big shark.
Big shark that is black with red eyes.
BBS.
I give it a...
See, he's thinking.
I give it a D tier.
D tier, a meh at best,
Yeah.
and a bad at worst, but still redeeming qualities.
I mean, it sounds cool, pretty cool, but just the description of it, I guess.
A little lacking.
Yeah. A black shark with red eyes. Okay.
I might be a little wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure that's the defining features too.
Yeah.
Okay, next. You might, let's go with this one. Nimilatuka or Macaulay Mbembe. Now, these are two dinosaurs. They're African dinosaurs too. Although, one it technically couldn't be because there was no ceratopsians in Africa, and that's a Nimilatuka, but I'll get into that later. So these two actually do come from the same, but we think that they came from the same original idea of an elephant/hippo killer from the Congo, because there were black rhinos at one point in that area, and we're thinking that, again, rhinos are armored like dinosaurs, they're huge, and they can kill hippos, and I don't know about elephants, but maybe a big one could kill a young elephant, but I don't know about a fully grown elephant.
Yeah.
So a Nimilatuka is often described without a frill for a ceratopsian dinosaur, a single horn, a beak with teeth, his teeth right there, beak, spined back, greens, a lot of greens, a lot of browns, a lot of grays. It looks weird, but it also it fits the description of a cryptid. And also there is, I think, on some iterations, a short frill on the back of the head. It's pretty cool, and also it does have hatred for mammals. You'll see in both of these. It's specifically by locals, and it's, again, this is a local cryptid too. This is not white explorer saying that there was something. This is local. And then it morphed into this. So it's very similar. I think the local actually may be a Nimilatuka. These two, you will know this. Both of them are. It is an elephant killer. And they're very belligerent, I think.
Yeah.
Just, they don't care. That's what the Nimilatuka are described as. Very aggressive. But here's the one that's worse for them. The hippo killer. Macaulay Mbembe. Around the same area, a giant sauropod of the Congo. There are a few of those. But this one's the most famous. Pretty sure there were actually a few movies made off this one. It's a hippo killer. Very aggressive. Will attack kayaks. I don't know what it's based off of. That's the thing. Nothing looks like a sauropod in the Congo, and you couldn't really get. And there's a theory that like they were once the same with a horned sauropod-looking thing, but again, there is nothing that looks like a sauropod. You can't mistake a rhino for a sauropod. That's the thing. So who knows what this thing could be? It's said to be bigger than an elephant, or as big as an elephant. Long neck, long tail, kills hippos, attacks canoes, very aggressive, and this is just a sauropod. Again, I think a lot of their descriptions are dark colors, grays, blacks, greens, browns, reds even. I think there are a few reds and like more vibrant reds and greens in some descriptions. But again, this is also one of the things where they do, because I think they did a test with mammoths and Inuits, where they showed them a picture book of something, and they got excited about elephants or something like that. It was either a picture of an elephant or actually a picture of a mammoth. They're like, oh yeah, we know that. I don't know if they still are out there. I would love for mammoths to still be out there. But again, they actually might be coming back. I'm not going to get into that. That's a whole different tangent. Again, I think they did this with a lot of locals in the area. They showed them a picture book. And when they were asking about Macaulay and Bembe, I don't know the validity of this science, but again, this is a show about cryptozoology. It's not very valid at all.
Yeah.
But they basically picked pictures of dinosaurs that looked like sauropods, or I think maybe, I don't know if they did with the Nimilatuka. I don't think they did, but they picked Macaulay and Bembe. They did pictures of sauropods, and the locals were like, hey, we know that one. And I think they may have said its name. They may have done something like that. That is Macaulay and Bembe. Or, hey, we know what that one is. We know that one. So there's a chance there could be a dinosaur in the Congo, which would be really cool. But the descriptions of them, especially Macaulay and Bembe, of an aggressive giant beast is not very fun if you run into one. And there are people who go searching for it. I'm sorry, but if the locals are scared of this thing and say it kills hippos and it attacks canoes, like on site, I'm not sure you want to go looking for it without nothing.
Yeah.
I'm not sure you want to mess with it. If it does exist, you stumble upon it in the Congo, you've been out there for days. You're tired, weak, and this thing's aggressive?
Why am I hearing it?
If you've there's a scene in Godzilla -1 that I think plays out very similar to how this would go. It's the Odo Island scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what would happen if anyone went looking for this thing.
Yeah.
And then proceeded to make it angry. You know exactly what I'm talking about too. If you watch this and you watch that, you know the scene.
Yeah.
Either it's the tail or the stomp. So here you go. Here's these two cryptids, and you can rank them. Just tell me the ranking of either one, or if they're the same ranking, put it in. But if they aren't, median it.
Give them both a C here.
Both a C?
Yeah. Seem pretty good. Yeah.
Pretty good?
Yeah.
Not enough to push them up.
Yeah.
All right. Here's another one. Jackalope. Everyone knows what a jackalope is. You can buy a hunting license in South Dakota. It's a rabbit with horns. A jackrabbit with horns.
Yeah.
Now there's
Wasn't like ads with it as well? With the jackalope, like in ads. I think there was.
Who knows? There is I think a eastern creature that's similar to a jackalope, but has like wings and fangs and horns. But we're not going into that.
Yeah, I think it was like Cartoon Network or
Yes.
Disney. Yeah,
Yes.
one of those two.
There's a lot of things with that, but the jackalope has existed since the 1800s. Very old cryptid.
Yeah.
But again, there could be a reason for this one existing, and it could be an NA, depending on what you think. There is a disease rabbits can get where they get growths on their body, or on their head, specifically, that can look like horns or antlers. So imagine 1800s, you're Wild West, you're a cowboy, you don't know nothing. You dropped out of school when you were in 3rd grade to help your family, to help your pa with the farm. And you see this rabbit you see this jackrabbit with like what looks like horns on top of its head. You're gonna say that's a new creature. So what do you think of the horned Bugs Bunny?
Horned Bugs Bunny. Give it a D tier.
D tier?
Yeah.
It's not NA just because it is.
Yeah.
Like, Explain the reasoning on that one a little bit more.
I mean, it seems like a good.
It's not bad enough to put in A.
Yeah, no, it ain't bad, but it just meh.
Meh.
Yeah, and plus it also gives me some bad flashbacks to a certain anime.
No. Okay, this is one. So we're on to the Kha'Zix Rex. Again, if you look at our logo, we have our 3 favorite cryptids. Wendigo, Richard is the Mothman, and mine's the Kha'Zix Rex.
Yeah.
This one, sadly, is a hoax. There is still hope, though.
Yeah.
Who knows? We don't know what could be out there. If Macaulay and Bimbe or Nimulatuka exists, there could be some Carcharodontosaurus that exists in Africa. So this one is a hoax, or giant monitor lizard, who knows?
Yeah.
This one is a hoax, sadly. This was a hunter's tale of it. I think it had either killed a rhino or he saw it kill a rhino or is eating on a rhino corpse. It is red and dark red, like black and red in color, or like a red with a dark red pattern. Looks like an old T-Rex at times, or looks like a monitor lizard or a Komodo dragon.
Yeah.
And that's why it's a hoax. There were multiple things. Looks like a retro T-Rex, but if you did update it, it looks pretty cool, especially if you do speculative evolution with Carcharodontosaurus. Again, looks amazing. Or in a Bellisaurid, that could be another one.
Yeah.
But again, it's first, and they saw it twice. I think it got shot at once.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, well, what could it be? Well, there could be something out there. Who knows? Because it got shot at, and it either ran, or it struck their boat with its tail and ran. And yeah, it can swim. I forgot to mention that. It can swim. So, yeah. Again, hoax, but there's a chance.
Yeah.
And it could just be a giant monitor lizard that we don't know exists. Like a 23-foot monitor lizard, like puts Megalania to shame. That would be cool, especially if it turns out, oh yeah, it's bipedal as well.
Yeah.
Oh, really? That would be cool to see. Especially with the colors being like this red and black. Yeah, definitely. Again, this would have been if we had gone on longer, this would have been our next episode, the Kha'Zix Rex. Because again, it is my favorite cryptid. Now, handing this to William. What do you think? Where do you rank it?
I'll give it a...
Again, your own
B2.
B2?
Yeah.
Good?
Yeah.
Not great, but good. Again, hoax.
Yeah.
Hoax brings it down.
Yeah.
I will admit, first to admit, it is a hoax. Why couldn't that one actually have turned out right? Big theropod dinosaur in Africa.
Yeah.
So again, we don't really need to explain that one as much. I already did a lot of talking.
Yeah.
So, moving on to our next poll, we have Idrid Cole, the Smiling Man, who I think is from Carolina, or he's from West Virginia. West Virginia, that is it. And it's like, he plays off the uncanny feeling, uncanny valley effect. So basically, they think he's an alien. He doesn't seem right. If you ever look up a picture, it don't look right.
Yeah.
It's like uncanny smile. And then this is a two-parter again. Spring-heeled Jack. Legitimately, this is a super villain. This is England, 1800s or 1700s England, or somewhere in Europe around that time. He wears this black suit with like bone white, like it's skin tight black suit with bone white like pattern on it, with a bone white pattern on it. He has this horn-like mask, and he has a cape. I'm sorry if that kind of sounds like it kind of sounds like Batman. I'm gonna be real.
I'm Batman.
But it's evil. He was definitely evil. He attacked people. That was for sure.
Yeah.
There's actually a whole story of like he did terrorize for a bit, and like then it gets into the goofy part of saying he could spring over a wall in a single bound. He could spring over a 10-foot high wall in a single bound.
Steroids.
or like jump over rooftops, or he's the and he had the topping on the cake here. As I think there are two sides. There's one where he was just standing on a chimney, posted up as like two people are looking at him, and then there's another where is the most famous one where he's kind of like he's got the cape like this, and he's like jumping over this grave at these people, like three guys who just scared the crowd. He just scared, and like you see the cootie girl on this. He has the villain mustache and goatee, the pointy devil goatee and the mustache, the pencil thin mustache.
Bro, what is this?
He is a super villain. He's the goofiest cryptid, possibly the goofiest cryptid ever.
Bro.
And again, please rank these differently, but also like do whatever. Please put in the median. So we have a analog horror start, right, with Idris Cold, and then spring-heeled Jack.
Jack the Ripper.
Jumper. The Jumper.
Yeah, okay, not Jack the Ripper, Jack the Jumper.
Jack the Jumper, yes. We need a Netflix series about that, about all his accounts, because he did attack people. Yeah. But it would just be funny to see some British dude that they've strung up on wires just jumping across like building sets. And like stroking his goatee like this. Yeah. They will never catch me. Yeah. It's like the funniest cryptid I've ever heard.
It's like a bad version of Batman that's goofy.
It is the goofy. It is borderline supervillain. That's the thing. Yeah. It's like it's not Joker levels of how they went down with it. This is old supervillain.
Standing on top of a chimney, looking down.
He wasn't looking down at people. I think they were roofers or their roof chimney cleaners looking at him like, what? He just posted up on this roof, posted up on this chimney. I think that's the exact pose he does. He's like,
why are you up here?
How?
Why are you up here, old man?
How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man? But yeah, this is again a goofy cryptid. Yeah. So
I give it A tier.
A tier, both of them.
Yeah. Seem pretty good. Ooh.
Oh no. Oh no.
Not the causes Rex. All
right. If any of them fall, just know they're placing. All right. Next one. Bat Squatch.
Bat Squatch.
Okay,
Bat
the best
Squatch.
way, the Bat Squatch.
Not Batman?
No, Bat Squatch. Again, two very Batman-themed villains. So this is either a really big bat that's like 50 feet long, 50 foot wingspan that flew around Washington State.
50 foot?
Huge. Or it's this werewolf bat.
Yeah, if wingspan is like tip to tip, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
50 foot.
Damn.
It's either a big bat, it's either a huge dragon-sized bat, so now we have the inspiration for dragons. Yeah. Or there's another rendition of it that looks like a werewolf with wings. It's weird.
No, I'm just imagining Rampage.
No. Yeah. This is like bat wings, but like placed like a dragon. No. Placed like a dragon, bat wings. It's so weird.
Wolf with wings.
And I'm pretty sure it flew over a few people, or it attacked a few people. And this is around where Mount St. Helen was, or is. So that big volcano. Yeah, Bat Squatch existed there. So if it did exist, there's a good chance it's dead. Yeah. So it's either this really cool bat or a hoax. If it's a big bat, I'm scared. I'm scared that it probably died in the eruption. But God, if it existed, that's scary. All right, so I'm giving you Bat Squatch. What do you think of them?
I give it I give this an C too.
Looking very, looking like an L right now.
Yeah.
All right. Most scripted. Yeah. But pulling next, we have the Bunyip, first Australian one. Yeah. If you know, the Bunyip, it's a water cryptid, a lake monster. Yeah. Supposedly drags people down to their deaths. Very ugly. But yeah, again, Australian cryptid. Well, there's a lot of things, if you look up Bunyip, there's a lot of attractions, animatronic attractions that are very thalassophobia inducing. With a Bunyip, it's weird. Yeah. So, what do you think?
I give it
Oh, so this thing is built like a gorilla. Legitimately, it is built.
It's an aqua creature. Water creature, you said?
Yeah,
And it's built like a gorilla.
with I think a tail and a very weird looking face.
I'll give this an F.
F.
You're a failure.
If any Australians are watching, I'm just kidding. But personally, I do think that the Bunyip's okay. Again,
Yeah.
I don't see any redeeming qualities because again, it is more mythology, and there are way cooler Australian cryptids.
Yeah.
Again, there are also way cooler things in mythology from Australia.
Hey, even this up.
Like I think there's another one. It's very similar to the bunyip. It was like this giant six-legged lizard. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So next poll, the Kentucky cryptid. Oh yeah, the Hopkinsville goblins. This actually happened. There were a few attacks reported, and there's one where a family held them off in a cabin. There's like 50 of them, and they actually shot them. I don't think any of them died. I think they retreated before they died. But again, this happened in Kentucky. What do you think? And they had big ears, big hands, looked like aliens, but different.
I'll give it.
You know, the one in Pokemon with the purple with the little dot in its eye. Think that. Yeah, think about how that looks. And maybe I shouldn't have told you that. I think he hates them. But
I'm just like, yeah.
I guess the only redeeming quality is it's Kentucky.
Yeah.
Okay, now on to the next one that actually could exist. This is another ape, and there's a reason why I put it away from Bigfoot. This is basically, I think, more hominid, but it is exactly whenever there's an African movie with a very man-eating ape or meat-eating ape, I'm pretty sure this is the inspiration, but it is from Africa. It's about chimp height. It's about chimp build. A lot more patchy fur. It's kind of horrifying.
Yeah.
I don't know much about it. I do want to look up this, but I think if we had gone on more, I would have done the scripted. So, what do you think?
You gave it a C.
See?
Yeah.
Again. We're going to wait for that final line. Okay, Jersey Devil. You already know our feelings about this, right? You already know the story. So we're kind of going to gloss over this.
Yeah.
What do you think of the Jersey Devil? Rank them.
I give him a B.
A B?
Yeah.
Again, very beloved cryptid,
Yeah.
even though Jersey sucks. Fight me. We're on to Braxy, or the Flatwoods Monster. Really cool story, and there's a few shows based off it.
Yeah.
So, what do you think of our old pal Brixie?
I'll give it a
Again, we're flying through these because we've already gone over them.
C tier. Oh my god.
Yeah, we're getting a little heavy on the C tier. If you want to just tell me if it's C tier, I'll put it up there for you now.
Jesus.
But we're on Chupacabra. There are two Chupacabras in this list. There's the Canid, and then there's the Reptilian. We've gone over both. What do you think of the mangy dogs? Mangy dog Chupacabra. Again, there are other variants of Chupacabra, but this one. D tier? B tier? Oh.
Yeah, I give it a B. Just because it's like a classic, I guess.
It is classic. It is whatever. Whenever everyone thinks of Chupacabra, I think everyone thinks of the mangy dogs or mangy coyotes.
Yeah.
The spines. Again, really cool design.
Yeah.
But still. All right. Other lake/loch monsters. So stuff like Champ. Every single lake in America has one of these.
Yeah.
You can ask locals. There'll probably be one.
Yeah. I give it a...
Again, we have not pulled Nessie yet. She's somewhere there. We're gonna go off the other ones. All the ones that rode off her fame.
Yeah.
What do you think of the others?
I give it a F tier.
F tier?
Yeah.
Same, reused.
Yeah.
Reuse a lot.
Yeah.
Ask most big lakes in the United States or anywhere else have a lake monster that they supposedly exists.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's friendly.
I'm drawing this time.
Oh, you want to draw? Go ahead.
We got Wendigo.
I think I know where this is going. So yeah, you already know about the Wendigo. We already know his obsession about the Wendigo.
Even though it's, I don't know how to even rank this in considering.
It is not.
It's an iffy cryptid, you know.
It's a very iffy cryptid, but again, we covered it.
Yeah, I love it.
I mean, it's your opinion. This is your ranking.
Yeah, this is like
Because mine would look very different. A lot of S. It would be very top heavy on S.
I'll give you this one.
Or an A.
An A, dear.
An A?
Yeah.
I didn't mean.
Oh no, I'm just. I mean, it's a good cryptid with a lot of detail.
A lot of lore.
It's in their games too. A lot.
Yeah, a lot. Appears a lot. So I'm gonna draw next. We're going for a middle draw this time. Other primate cryptids. Yeah, think Yowie, Bigfoot, Skunk Ape. No, not Bigfoot. Yowie, Skunk. We already have a tab for Bigfoot. Skunk Ape, Yowie, Yeti. That's what I was looking for. Yeah, you already know this spiel.
Yeah.
The Bigfoot extended family.
Bigfoot.
F. Next draw. Chupacabra reptilian, the one that we think is an alien, or some dude with really dry, cracked skin and red eyes, and a very serious mental problem. Meh at best.
Yeah.
Again. What do you think? Meh.
I mean, I love the idea of Chupacabra, but
not that. Meh. All right.
Seems more plausible.
What have you pulled?
Loch Ness Monster or
Nessie. We've already covered Nessie.
I give it Nessie that B.
A B?
Yes.
That's good. The original.
Would it be best girl or best boy? I don't know.
Who knows? But they always refer to Nessie as a she, I think. So I think it is B for best.
I bet that ends Bigfoot.
Mothman.
Good old.
Everyone loves Mothman. If you don't, fight me.
I think I had to stand up for this one.
We don't have to explain ourselves why the Loveland Frogman and Mothman exist. Mothman has a festival. Mothman has a festival. The Loveland Frogman's a frogman.
I've got like a whole town for him.
Yeah, Mothman's beloved. I think it would be a crime to put Mothman anywhere else but S tier.
I think I'm going to stand up for this last one, which I can guess the
Bigfoot.
thumbnail himself.
The big one. The flagship. The poster child. He who started it all.
Yep.
Bigfoot.
We all know where this one's going to go. Give it a B.
Yeah. You want to explain Bigfoot real quick?
Kind of overrated.
Very overrated. But the statues are kind of funny.
Yeah.
Now. Oh, that was Nessie that fell. I got it.
Nessie.
One of the original lake monsters.
That
appeared, I
had
think,
a
in the
very weird
1600s.
image.
Yes. So, starting from the bottom, going to the top. In F, we have Bunyip and the others.
Yep.
Bunyip and other lake monsters and other primate cryptids. Yeah, there are probably a few cool primate cryptids, but we don't have enough space for this and we don't have enough time. Then D, we have the Black Demon, Jackalope, Hopkinsville Goblins, and Reptilian Chupacabra. Again, that last one we actually shared our feelings on.
Yeah.
C tier, the Beasts of Gévaudan, the most recent episode, the one before this. Yeah. And if you look at the end, we filmed the end of it right before this.
Yeah.
Following that, we have a Nimulatuka and Macaulay and Bimbe, who actually both got a C. I'm surprised about that. I actually thought Macaulay and Bimbe would get higher. But again, not my tier list. Then we have Bat Squatch, the indecisive werewolf bat, or giant plane-sized bat. Yeah. Who knows? It's probably dead. Then we have the Agoe? I think that's how it's pronounced. Again, I could be butchering it. Probably am. Weird chimp. Yeah, it's C tier. We don't really know much about it.
Yeah.
Brax, your Flatwoods monster. Again, you all already know my opinions on that one. A bit of a letdown.
Yeah.
He likes it a little bit. It's a meh. It's a mid. Middle of the road. B, my favorite, Kha'Zix Rex. Yeah. Still, it's a good cryptid. B's not bad. Yeah. Then we have the Jersey Devil. Again, we're starting to get into upper echelons of, hey, they're kind of good.
Yeah.
Again, they may be overrated or they may be just a hoax.
Yeah.
Chupacabra Canid. Again, that's what everyone thinks of Chupacabra. I'ma be real. That's a chupacabra. Loch Ness Monster, or Nessie, the original, the OG, the best loch monster ever. Plenty of movies.
Yeah, I love Nessie.
Oh yeah. Then we have Bigfoot, the one who started it all, but it's overrated. It's something we have to say. It is very overrated.
Yeah.
And it's very iffy on if it exists or not. A tier, we have Idrid Cole, the Smiling Man, very analog horror, and then
Wendigo.
And then we have
Spring
Hill Jack. The super villain.
Right, that's he belongs on his own tier right there.
He does, but I don't have enough space and I don't have enough time to put that.
Spring Hill Jack tail right there.
Yeah, just imagine there's a Spring Hill Jack tier and it's above A but below S. And then we have Wendigo, very beloved but not really a cryptid.
No.
Then we have S tier. They explain themselves. It's a frogman and Mothman.
Bro, they both had man in them. I'm sorry.
It's perfect.
Yep.
So yeah, this is William's ideas on cryptids that we've learned about. Richard could not be here. It probably would look a lot different with Richard, but again,
Yeah.
he is more of a by chance co-host.
Yeah.
But I think this stands good for a good episode of ranking cryptids.
Yeah.
Again, this was the season finale, so this is the final time we'll be recording this. Because we're moving on next year to college and adult life.
Yep.
But yeah. Thank you for tuning in to this
Next
bit of
cryptid school.
next cryptid life.
Life.
But thank you all for tuning in. The very little amount of y'all that tuned in. And again, this has been a bit of a fun ride.
Yeah.
A bit of a stressful ride. A bit of a wild ride.
When did this start again?
I don't know.
There's one thing I did notice though.
What?
There's like hardly any Chinese cryptid or Japanese.
Well, I should have got more, but again, we needed more time.
Yeah.
The original plan was for season 2.
Season 2, but we didn't get to it.
Yeah, but anyway, thank y'all for tuning in.
Maybe
Again, I've said that
someone will
multiple
continue
times.
this in the future. So,
Slim chance.
Slim.
But, yeah, this has been Cryptids and Critters. Just gonna let this sink in. This is signing out for the final time.
Yeah.
And again, we ended it how we started it. Just me and William.
Yep.
Thank y'all for tuning in. Been a wild ride. Bye-bye.